Where are you, Mr. President? Another cop has been killed. He was shot to death doing what cops do thousands of times a day, making a simple car stop. His life ended on a dirty city street. Here's the sound of a cop's death. It takes just seconds. His name is Sergeant Scott Lunger. But even though this takes just seconds, it lives in the hearts and the minds of those who love him forever.
Sam 31, the plate you gave me, the second one's clear, it's expired. Lion, shots fired, Merlin Lion. Shots fired. White Chevy Silverado truck. He's still going. White Chevy Silverado truck, I copy. Myrtle and Kiwanis, no, you center in the main. They fired my partner down. Myrtle and Kiwanis, I copy. Give me fire, I got one down. Who's down? Sergeant Lunger's down. Copy.
Sergeant Lunger's down. He's the 66th police officer to die in the line of duty in the last 6 months. Did you once, just once, attend a police funeral? Did you send a representative of the White House like you did for Michael Brown's funeral? Did you come onto the news and decry the violence that took him, as you did when thugs and criminals were killed? No, you didn't, Mr. President. And I'm sick of it. Just as hundreds and thousands of cops and citizens across this country are sick of it. You had the greatest opportunity of all presidents when you were elected to office. You had the ability and you had the talent to unite our country, to take a nation divided by war and politics and internal conflict, and bring together people of all races and backgrounds because they believed in you. Instead, you chose to divide us. You chose to pit white against black, immigrant against citizen, cop against the people that they serve. And now you're seeing the fruits of your divisiveness as cities burn, terrorists attack, and cops die in the street. But I won't stand silent, Mr. President. I will allow my voice to be heard and the voice of thousands of Americans who proudly wear a badge upon their chests and serve their communities, despite the fact that every 58 hours, another cop will die. It's time, Mr. President, for you to put aside your prejudices and your bias against the men and women who serve in law enforcement. It's time for you to realize that those who choose to serve their communities and literally put their lives on the line every single day, they do so because they believe in something greater than themselves. They believe in justice, and they believe in freedom, and that can only come when citizens are free of crime and violence and terrorism. Police officers are willing to fight for that ideal, and they're willing to die for it, just as Sergeant Scott Lunger did. It's time for you to stand up, Mr. President. It's time for you to stand with them.